Welcome to Going to this podcast, but we haven't going to say anything. We're team to do anyway. I am Colby.
And I'm a dude, and he's a dude, and she's a dude. But you can call me Fee.
Dang.
Oh, yeah,
really
baby.
bringing it back and already starting off with one of our topics. This is man, it's weird how phrases or like whatever, like punchlines from old comedy shows, just like you'll just say the punchline out of nowhere and you're like, that was very funny, but it's not. There's no context to it.
It really isn't. It just, I think if you say it like an old punchline for like from an old show, it just kind of brings you back to like a time where it was funny.
Yeah.
But like it's not like you're like, dude, I remember, but then you're like, dude, it's not it never was that funny.
Oh, dude.
Just kind of like I remember in high school, you and I and Mike, we would like always say making copies.
Yeah.
It was never funny.
Never funny. And even now I will still say it's better, much better. There's nothing that connects it to reality.
I'm sorry. That's funny though. Because that show was funny, or that skit was funny.
Listen, Rob Schneider had his day. He fucking ruined it, but that's okay.
Did he have his day? I don't think he ever had his day.
He had his day about as much as Pauly Shore had his day.
Oh, Pauly Shore. There was like a solid year where Pauly Shore was big shit in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And I can't believe it.
Yeah, it's one of those where you're like, yeah, I don't know why that was the case, but it was.
It's so funny because Pauly Shore is like in one of my favorite movies. One of my favorite Brendan Fraser movies. Actually, if you think about it, the movie I'm going to tell you, Encino Man.
Yeah, Encino Man, good movie.
Good ass actors in it.
Mm-hmm.
It has Brendan Fraser. It has Samwise Gamgee. For what his name is, I forget.
Yeah, that's it. No, you got it.
That's him. That's who he is.
Yep.
And Pauly Shore. And no one remembers that movie. Because of Brendan Fraser being a caveman that was freed in modern day. Real good material for a movie. I'm glad they never did it again.
Yeah.
But everyone knows that movie because Pauly Shore. You want to know why? Because he's the weasel.
God.
I
never understood that. Like, the thing is, I was born slightly too late for that to have hit, like for me to have gotten Pauly Shore context and then saw the movie and then like enjoyed Pauly Shore. So instead, like I saw the movie and was like, the fuck is the point of Pauly Shore? Why do people like this guy? I don't understand.
So I watched them when I was younger. Like him saying he's the weasel and going that's nothing.
It's nothing. Because
like it's never explained. He never explained it in the movie. Like, he's just the weasel. That's what they call him. And he said, okay, so at the time, Samwise, he could pass as a high schooler. He has a young face.
Mm-hmm.
They're in high school. But Pauly Shore looked like he was 30.
Yeah. Pauly Shore did not take care of himself or anyone around him.
No, ever. Never. Not never. He was...
Never, ever, not never.
So that was my favorite movie. And then he was in Son-in-Law, which I really liked that movie, but not because of him. And then In the Army Now.
Yeah.
And Biodome. I like those movies, not because of Pauly Shore, but like kind of because at the time, like I really enjoyed them. They were like fun movies, but Pauly Shore just happens to be in them. And because he's in them and was a big star at the time, they're dubbed Pauly Shore movies.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a shame because they shouldn't be.
Yeah. It's a rough gig. Like, and there are still like, the thing is, that era of movies produced some things that were good, but you often overlook them because they were also like, I don't know, just of the era. And they look... Okay, forgive me for saying this. They look like they have Pauly Shore stank all over them. And like, nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that.
So one movie that I had in mind that I was thinking of was Airheads.
Airheads. Why does that sound familiar?
It's Brendan Fraser. It is Steve Buscemi, and it's Adam Sandler.
Oh, is that when they take over the
Yeah.
radio station?
Yeah, it's when an
Yeah,
unknown band takes over the radio station and forces them to play their music on the radio. And
that's
they
such a good
they
movie.
do so with guns. Like Joe Mantegna's in it.
Joe Montana.
It's a great movie. And they played it on Comedy Central all the time. And I would watch it basically every time that it was on. And yeah, that movie though does seem like it would have Pauly Shore in it. It does seem like it's got that Pauly Shore stank on it. And it's like, I think
it's only because like Steve Buscemi's in it, and Steve Buscemi, he's a fantastic actor.
Mm-hmm.
Like no matter what he's in, he's probably the best thing in that movie.
Yeah.
That he what he's in. But like he looks like he has Pauly Shore stank.
Yeah, he looks like Pauly Shore and David Spade. You know how like they have in Star Trek they've got like teleporter accidents where it's like oh something went wrong. It's like that, but like it's like they took the recessive genes of both of those and made one man, and it's Steve Buscemi, and he's got immense talent, and just like the spookiest face to see in the dark.
Well, yeah, like okay, so here's one that the kids won't get. Like I feel like if that happened, but like you got the best talent like ever mixed with Pauly Shore stank, but then gave Pete Lorre face.
Yeah.
But like no one knows Pete Lorre. He's like a black and white actor.
No.
Movie actor, and a lot of people would probably know him if they saw like Looney Tunes back in the day, because Bugs Bunny was always like pretending to be him.
Yeah.
He had these big fucking bloodshot eyes, and he's like, oh, he fucking talked like that, and it was weird. Oh, don't do that.
That's where Fee adopted 20% of his personality from. Is that man right there?
It was mostly just Looney Tunes. I don't know where I adopted my personality, just from me being a weirdo and y'all being like, hey, that's cool, and I'm like, oh,
that's good. Ooh, I'm being rewarded.
Like, see, like that's how I adopted like my comedy, is just like old timey, fucking quick draw style comedy.
Quick draw. That's what we call them.
Quick draw. Yeah, it's where you like throw out jokes, and if they hit, they hit, and if they don't, they don't. But when they do hit, it's usually like a fucking death blow, which like is good in this terminology.
Yeah. No,
knock it out of the damn park.
Listen, you just gotta try it a couple times, and then eventually it'll come to roost. Is that the word? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like Babe Ruth. I swing at everything.
Yeah.
But when I hit him, I hit him.
Yeah. Listen, nobody's gonna remember all the shots you missed. They're only gonna remember the slammers. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I still quote some of my stuff this day. Like, so there was this one time where me, Colby, and a bunch of our friends were at a convention. We're on Picto Chat, in a big group Picto Chat, in our room. We're just having fun. And we have this thing called Dicto Chat. I'm sure everyone has a variant on this, where we just draw puns of like wieners to each other, and we all laugh. I don't know who did it, but someone came into the room and they were really pissed off, and they were like getting mad and making fun of us why we were having so much fun drawing dicks at each other. And I don't know why I thought of it, but I drew Roger Klotz from Doug, the cartoon, as a dick, and I said, "Shut up, fun dick." We all laughed, and he got angry and walked out.
We all laughed because it was the thing. There's so many layers to get down to, like, because if it was just the one layer of dumb, it would have been like, well, that's stupid. But it was just layer on top of layer. It's like you reference Doug, a show that no one's thought about in 12 years, and you like didn't make it even like, you didn't make a good pun with it at all. It was just fun dick.
Yeah.
And then the drawing itself was also pretty good.
Yeah.
It was very evocative of Roger Klotz, but also a dick, which is, that's the purpose. That's what you're going for.
Yeah, exactly. Uh, and I think that's why that one hit. It was just layers of like small things that were funny into one, and that's my comedy. Thank you. I'll be here all
Thank
week.
you. I am a lasagna.
Exactly. I'm a comedian sandwich.
Yeah, man. I googled Airheads because I was like, is that the title of this? Is that really the title of the movie? And number one, I keep just seeing pictures of Brendan Fraser and being like, man, Brendan Fraser's pretty hot.
Back then.
Yeah, he's also shirtless in this movie, which is great.
Well, yeah, a lot.
But
He was a heartthrob. No one remembers that.
what do you mean? Most people remember that.
Yeah, but they don't say it out loud.
Yeah, but they don't say it out loud, which means that I think. My favorite part of this movie is that like they take over this radio station and everybody's like, oh, we've got these maniacs with guns and whatever, and they're like, yeah, they got to pretend that it's normal. And then, but one of the DJs, they find out that the radio station is going to be sold. And it's turning into a soft rock music station, and that everyone's going to be fired. And then all of a sudden, everybody's on the side of the kidnappers, and they're like, "Yeah, fuck this guy." It's great.
Didn't they have fake guns?
Yeah,
like,
they had fake guns. They had fake toy guns, and at one point, somebody starts wrestling someone and the tip of their gun breaks off and water comes out, I think, and they go, "Ah, shit." It's very good.
Such a good movie. I think it's so funny, right? We can remember all these old movies very vividly, and like we can pull parts from them, like, but what's a movie that like you could fondly remember, like from I'm not trying to be one of those guys, but like from nowadays? I couldn't tell you like a lot of the movies that came out like last year or the year before, but I could tell you a list of movies that came out in like the 90s.
I mean, the Batman.
Yeah,
the Batman's the one.
The Batman is the one, and I can remember like everything from that movie.
Yeah,
but that's because like I love that movie so much.
It's
but
great.
Like other than the Batman, and not a superhero movie, like Marvel are releasing like 4 movies a year.
Yeah. We're at the point where like Marvel keeps releasing just like
shit.
Yeah. The thing is, I can't say that because I haven't seen it, but like, I just even the ideas behind them, I'm like,
you know how? Here's a spoiler. I'm sorry, like from the Ant-Man movie.
Okay.
So, MODOK was in it, right?
I do, yeah.
He wasn't MODOK like from the comics. He was Yellow Jacket from the first movie, right?
Okay.
I don't know how he got to be MODOK. I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen a spoiler for how MODOK got defeated. You want to know how he got defeated?
How did he get defeated?
Ant-Man's daughter came up to him and said, "Hey, don't be a dick." And then he went to the good guy side.
That's fair enough. Yeah.
And that's it. He wasn't even the main bad guy. And then
the main bad guy is Kang.
Yeah, the main bad guy is Kang, and he makes a Kang army at the end of that movie.
Yeah.
It's just man.
The thing is, like, I paused because I'm looking him up and like, man, I really wish that Kang was in like the first version, like the first half of the MCU, because like he looks great, he's super menacing and Loki. Man, it's unfortunate that he's here.
Why couldn't we get Kang instead of Ultron?
Yeah, Ultron can
eat my ass.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, I was gonna say eat my balls, but yeah, that you got it.
Yeah. So like, it's so bad that they got such a good actor to play this character, and he's doing a really good job with just the terrible writing and characters that we have now for the MCU. It's so bad. I mean, it's not bad. It's a shame. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's rough because like, again, I can't say with any amount of certainty like, oh, it's actually bad. It's just that like, the ideas behind it, the things that I see, I'm like, I'm probably not going to like that. I'm probably not going to like that. And for me, like, time is at such a premium that I can't afford to just like or at least I have tricked myself into wholeheartedly believing I do not have time to just sit down and watch fucking Ant-Man Quantumania and be like, yep, this is what I'm going to do with 3 hours of my day.
You could rent that movie for like $30. I know you have 3 hours because you're just watching Twitch for 3 hours. You're not going to miss anything.
I guess you say that. Faye, let me tell you about my week.
All right.
Let me tell you what happens during my week.
Tell me.
So 4 days a week.
Mm-hmm. Oh God.
Well, hold on. 4 days a week. I work from whenever I wake up until like 5:30. Okay. Pick up my young boy.
Youngling.
Feed him, put him down. So I'm free probably around 7, right?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, okay.
3 days a week I stream at 9. So that's 2 hours that I have to, like, you know, clean the house or do chores or cook.
Or watch Ant-Man Quantumania.
And eat dinner. And I cannot, in those 2 hours, like, I feel like I feel it feels bigger than that, right? It feels like it feels like if I like took the time to like get Ant-Man Quantumania, I would be late to stream or like I wouldn't be ready or something. So like I'm like, well, I need something lower pressure. So it's like, well, you put on the YouTube, you put on the Twitch. The other day of the week we're doing the podcast, and I have the exact same schedule for that. So then 3 days a week I've got of free time, and I'll tell you, my therapist. I like that. I like that since I started going to therapy. I talked about my therapist every episode. My therapist was like, you should schedule blocks of time in which, like, you know, you're going to be resting, you know that you're going to try something restorative, you're going to like try to like actually, you know, regain some energy. And so now on those other 3 days a week, I'm like, okay, I have 3 hours. I'm not going to pre-plan what I do. I'm just going to try and like listen to like, do I want it to be quiet? Do I want to be laying down? Do I want to be like in pajamas? Do I want to go on a drive? Right. Never in that time, I've been doing this for 2 weeks now. Never once in that time did I say I want to go watch Ant-Man. So I don't know that it's going to come up.
That's a roundabout way of saying that MCU movies aren't worth your time.
Damn. You know what? I'm going to call up Kevin Feige and tell him you said that. Tell him you said that I said that.
I'm saying you're gonna tell on yourself?
Yeah. I'm saying, hey, my friend says that MCU movies aren't worth my time anymore. No, in fact, he says that I say that. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. I mean, it's true, but
it's true, but dang, why'd he say
it? Like, listen, I'm not even watching them anymore. Like, I can't. They're bad. And then when I tell you, you're like, oh, it's not that bad. So you think I'm an asshole. But you're never going to watch them, so you'll never stop thinking I'm not an asshole.
Yeah, I'll never know.
And you're just like, he's just an asshole. But I'm like, I'm not an asshole. It's bad.
Listen, we've got, like, you didn't like She-Hulk.
No, it was bad.
And that's fine, right? It could be bad. It's probably not great. But then we start to talk, like, let's talk about the phase 2 movies, right? Like, what do we got on the movie slot? We've got Ant-Man. We got...
I didn't even watch part 2. Why would I watch part 3?
Of Ant-Man? Yeah, true. I didn't watch part 1 either. What else came after Avengers and...
I did see Doctor Strange Multiverse.
Yes. Doctor Strange.
I did like that movie.
Mm-hmm.
What I don't like is the movie wasn't even about him.
Mm-hmm.
He's not even the Sorcerer Supreme anymore.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
Nah, well, I mean, listen, you can't have 2 Sorcerer Supremes. It all makes sense.
He should be the Sorcerer Supreme. He's way stronger than Wong.
Yeah, but listen, this is how good shadow governments work. You've got a figurehead that doesn't know how to do most of the things very well, and then you've got like the guy who's actually in charge, and that's strange.
It is strange that he's not the the fucking Sorcerer Supreme. But like, it's just, man, like Wong's like, I'm the Sorcerer Supreme, but like, Doctor Strange is the stronger character. But Wong, being a Sorcerer Supreme, doesn't get his own show. He doesn't get his own movie. He's just known as a Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah, and he gets to cameo in everyone else's movie.
Yeah, but he doesn't get his own.
Well, no, he doesn't need it. He's a Sorcerer Supreme. Sorcerer Supreme doesn't need shit like that. That's why. That's the real reason why Doctor Strange is no longer Sorcerer Supreme, is because he's too thirsty. He's too thirsty for it.
He's too thirsty.
He says, "You know what? I'm going to trade in my Sorcerer Supremeness in order to get just one movie, just one movie,
just one. Ooh, just one." I think that. So we had that movie, and we had Ant-Man, and did Black Widow come out after that?
No, Black Widow did come out, yeah, but it was technically like, it was a story that was from the past, and they vaguely tied it into the future, and it was supposed to come out like at the beginning of the pandemic and whatever.
Yeah, and it was a bad movie from what I hear. It was like, God, it was so bad. And you knew, like, there was no stakes in the movie because you knew that Black Widow was gonna live. She had to.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, they were putting her in these death spots, and you're just like, well, how can I care when I know she's not gonna die? Right?
Well, what about, like, people like your dad? People like her sister? Or...
Not really. Not her sister.
No. Fuck you. I like her dad.
No, I didn't say the dad. Of course.
Shit.
Hopper's always good.
Yeah.
Fucking, David
Harbour.
David Harbour.
David Harbour. And you know what? He was Hellboy. He deserves the world. Okay.
Okay, so he was Hellboy, and that movie sucked, but he was good.
And that's the important thing. God damn it.
But like, it's like David Harbour aside, like not a lot of people like the sister. I didn't care. Like, she's the new Black Widow, I guess, but I don't really care about her. I didn't like. I'm not gonna watch it. Like, it's not even just. It's not like people are gonna point. They're like, oh, you don't like the new MCU because they're all girls, and I'm like, no, it's not that. It's just. Man, when I think of the Avengers, I'm thinking of like Iron Man, Cap, and Hulk. And now we don't even have them. And Hulk is like a shell of what he used to be. Like, it's just... I don't know, man.
He's Dr. Hulk. He just,
Dr. Hulk was a very fun part of his past. But you know what Dr. Hulk was in the comics?
What?
Funny.
Oh.
Funny, and he wielded a gun. A big gun, and he always just walked around in a tank top and like house slippers and boots and stuff, and he was doing fun stuff and quipping all the time. Like, this Hulk doesn't want to do shit. I'm a big fan of the Hulk. You know I'm a big Hulk fan, but they're like butchering the Hulk, and I don't blame them that much because Disney doesn't own all the rights to the Hulk.
Yeah.
They only own the rights to like a specific portion of the Hulk. Like, they can't bring in Worldbreaker Hulk, I don't think.
Really?
Like, they couldn't write him good because fucking Sony owns them.
I see. And now I'm reading. While Disney owns all Marvel IP, Universal has distribution rights to Hulk and Namor. If Disney makes a Hulk or Namor film, Comcast can distribute the film on Peacock.
Yeah. That's why when in the new Black Panther movie, he wasn't Namor, he was Namor.
Namor. Me Namor.
And he wasn't like, he didn't look like an elf. He didn't look like an underwater elf. He was an underwater Mayan guy.
Yeah.
that they CGI'd his bulge off.
Hell yeah.
Did you hear about that?
I did, which is like, that's what you want to hear. And in fact, even if it isn't true, and even if they did it for other reasons, the actor's got to be like, yeah, let's push that. Let's push that as hard as we possibly can. And then out in public, he's like, oh, hey, you don't gotta talk about that. It's fine. It's fine. It is
no. Tell everybody. Because like, he's just like, hey, my bulge is so big, they had to CGI it off.
Yeah. So are you familiar with Game Changer?
The TV show? The one that you showed me in the English people?
Yes. That's like Taskmaster. It's different.
Okay.
Game Changer is on come on. College Humor. There you go. I kept wanting to say Cartoon Network.
I was like, no, it's not.
It's on College Humor's app called Dropout, and they've also got free episodes up on YouTube. The whole thing, though, is that it's like every episode is different. Every episode is like completely unique. The rules change. It's like it's any game they want it to be for that episode. And for 2 episodes, they decided to make The Bachelor, but for one of the College Humor people, which was really cute. And it was really funny. It's really well done. My favorite part of that, though, is that they decided to like actually do a pretty sincere thing for this guy and be like, hey, we're like actually going to try to find people that like, you may like and you may want to actually date. And this is going to be less about like embarrassing you or making you feel weird. And I was like, that's kind of nice. And the nicest thing that I think they did, and I don't think they did this on purpose, is that they had one of his friends come in, and while he was off like doing like one-on-one date stuff with someone, they would like say facts about him and everybody would say whether or not they agree or disagree. And his friend, one of the things that he said is, just like, he just dropped this lore. He was like, oh yeah, we used to live in this apartment together and the walls are like paper thin. So I heard him like fucking this drag queen, and she was screaming at the top of her lungs, and she eventually like stopped and was like, this is the biggest dick I've ever had. And with all of the like surprised and like tone that you would take when you're making your Sunday breakfast, he said, well, yeah, it's a pretty big dick. And that's probably the nicest thing anyone's ever done for another human being, is to be like, you know what? I'm going to wedge in the fact that you have a huge dong on TV just because we're bros.
Yeah, that's true. That's like true, bro. Like winging it. Fucking, especially like if you're like single and like you're dating people, you want people to know you have a sizable dong.
Yeah, of course.
If you're a guy, if you're a girl, I don't know what like you want. Guys, you have a sizable vagina?
You have sizable ovaries, I'm told.
I'm told that your breasts are of adequate size.
Mm-hmm. I'm told your cervix can swallow a Coke can. Ugh. Gross, weird. Who told you that? They lied.
I'm told it's like a tsunami down there.
I was told to bring a snorkel.
They gave me this poncho from SeaWorld just in case I go down there.
It's like a Gallagher show every time. Dude, by the way, okay, so
Gallagher's still going?
Yes. Surprisingly, yes.
Shut up.
No, I'm not lying. Gallagher is still going.
You were a damn liar.
I am not.
We're not going to go on this tangent. I'll look it up. You tell me.
I swear to you. No fucking way. Gallagher died in November of last year.
Don't you look like an idiot?
I saw a picture of him from last year and was like, God, he is real old. And yeah, he do be looking old, though.
I wonder if at his funeral someone smashed his body in front of
his body. Holy shit.
This is what he wanted to
I
They filled his body with watermelons.
my fuck. My wife is
My
5 years young. Nah, my wife is 5 years younger than me and had never heard of Gallagher.
Oh no!
And
Throw them away.
yeah, that's honestly fair enough.
I hope they're not listening.
So I basically put on a clip. I put on my favorite Gallagher thing, which was it was his comedy special back in the day whenever he had the big couch.
Okay.
It was the big couch. And I was like, here you go. And we watched the segment with the big couch. Mm-hmm. And we get like 3 minutes in and they were like, is this what passed for comedy in the 80s? And I went, yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Welcome to the old way.
Yeah, it's just the thing is, the part that we were looking at wasn't even like, it wasn't the sledge-o-matic yet. It was all the stuff beforehand. So he got up onto the big couch and he was like, you ever lose stuff in the couch? Like, oh, here's the remote and here's a quarter. And they were all like big props of those. And then he kicked off all of the cushions. And then it was a trampoline, and then he did a backflip. He was like, you know what's cruel about life is you learn how to do something good like a backflip, and then you're too old to be able to do it safely. Ain't that sad? And everybody's like, ah!
Yeah. You must be a redneck.
Yeah.
God. It's so weird. I didn't know Gallagher was a prop comic, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, why do people think prop comics are funny?
It's all about the quick. It's all about it hits you quick and you got to move on. Carrot Top figured that out.
I was going to say, it was like, how did Carrot Top become a thing? He's like, when you think of a prop comic, you think of Carrot Top.
Mm-hmm.
But like, there's no one else. So like, there's regular comedians, there's prop comics, Gallagher's doing whatever he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
He's like mixing it up. And then we have ventriloquist comedies.
Yeah, it's Jeff Dunham. Everybody who wishes they were Jeff Dunham.
Like, oh, no one. Okay, so first of all, like, Jeff Dunham was so funny until you realize, oh, all of his puppets are just stereotypes.
Yeah.
And then he's like George Lopez. Every stand-up he does is the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he never changes it up. Like, he might have a few different jokes, but they're all bad.
I'm convinced that what happened to fucking George Lopez is he knew he had like a character that he could do, he had a voice that he could do, and he was like talking about stuff for like, you know, like the Latino community that like most people hadn't heard. So he had like a lot of white fans that were like, oh shit, this is like, you grew up like this? Your grandma actually hit you with a sandal? And everyone's like, no, she hit me with a chancla. It's different.
Yeah, it's different. Ugh,
fucking way different. There's no sandal. Christ.
They hit you with a flip flop? No. What? Dude, I couldn't say like flip flop or sandal for the longest time. I would just say chancla.
Yeah.
But like, not because of George Lopez, just because I grew up with chanclas.
Yeah, because that's the thing.
Yeah. But like, yeah.
So he like, I have a feeling that what he did is he brought this, he rose to stardom pretty quickly, and then they gave him that TV show. And he said, my God, if I can make this TV show last 10 seasons and I get into syndication, all I'm going to do, I'll do like one more stand-up special and then I'm fucking done. I don't need to do anything ever again. And I'm convinced that's what happened. Is he was like, I'm gonna crank out everything. I'm gonna give everything that I could ever give for a career for the rest of my life over the next 8 years, and then as soon as I hit syndication, I'm gonna go take a nap.
Dude, that's what happened. and everyone loves the George Lopez show.
Yeah.
When you think about like just those days in high school watching like TV and then waking up in the middle of the night and fucking George Lopez is playing, you hear the Lowrider song.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone knows that because they play fucking George Lopez like at like late at night. Everyone knows.
Yep. Hey, I'm looking it up. He and this makes sense that I don't watch TV. He apparently has a show
right now.
Yeah, it's called Lopez versus Lopez. He co-stars opposite his daughter Mayan.
I heard Mayan.
Yeah,
Mayan, like the people.
Yep.
Stupid.
Yep.
That's dumb.
It sure shit is stupid.
It's a stupid name. Mayan Lopez.
Yeah.
Ugh. I heard about the show. I just didn't know what it was. Lopez v. Lopez.
Yeah, I have no idea what it is. He's also got like he had another
Mayan
show
Lopez.
before that just called Lopez. There was another show called St. George.
Lopez. What about Lopez Tonight?
Lopez
That
Tonight. Yes. I remember that.
That didn't last long. Lopez versus oh my god. Oh, this looks terrible.
Man, I'm so sad. The like I had this headcanon that George Lopez got the bag and left. Motherfucker still is out there. Why?
He must have spent the bag.
Why? Hey, Faye, why do people work? Like, if you get to the point where you don't have to work anymore, why?
Well, maybe he's phoning it in on the episodes. Like, he looks like he's phoning it in. So, like, he's phoning it in. He's getting paid a lot of money. Mm-hmm. He's like, maybe I could buy me another car. I don't know.
But why? Are you not happy with the cars you have and the houses houses multiple that you have?
I don't think so. George Lopez to me seems the type that he's never satisfied with just like the little things. I know he likes to talk shit that he does, but like if you keep hearing about like him and like all the other stuff, yeah, I don't think he's satisfied with just what he has.
Yeah, and the thing is, I feel like only people that like have that in them get to that position, like where they're like nothing is good enough. I'm not going to stop until like I'm on TV, and then once they're on TV, they're like, great, I had a great hit show. I'm going to do it again, and then they just try to do it again. Why?
I wouldn't. If I had a hit TV show that ran for like, I don't know, 6-7 seasons, I'd be satisfied and not want to do a long running TV show again. Like, unless I knew it was a hit, not like a stagnant fucking show.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, I'd be happy with just being like small parts in movies.
Yeah.
And then I'd stop after a while.
Man.
But like if I was in a hit show and then like a year or so later they're like, this is gonna be the next Friends or the next Seinfeld, are you in? I'd have to like read the script and then be like, okay. If it was the next Seinfeld or like next Friends, I'd be in because like those people get paid a shit ton of money and then they never have to work again. Mm-hmm. So if I have a hit show and then I'm gonna be on the presumed next Seinfeld for however many seasons, never have to work again after that second show.
Yeah.
You'll never see me again.
Yeah, I just feel like how? Like there's not is it really gonna is another house gonna do it for you? Is another car gonna do it for you? Is like you're already gonna be rich. Your kids are gonna be rich. Your kids' are gonna be rich. That should be enough.
Yeah, my thing would be like, I'd buy my one house and my, I guess, car or two,
mm-hmm.
and then I would just like invest in like my family. I'm making IPAs and shit, all that stuff.
Yeah, why not?
I don't know. Maybe George Lopez just likes buying stuff. Why is Danny Trejo in every fucking movie?
I feel like because that pays like $400 to $600, and Danny Trejo's like, all right. I mean, this is how I pay the bills.
He's no, dude. He owns a restaurant. A fucking a good
I
restaurant.
mean, do you know how much like restaurants do not make much money, if any?
Well, he owns the taco restaurant and the donut restaurant. He's always guest starring in like food shows, and he's always
Hell
guest
yeah.
starring on TV shows, and he's always guest starring on or doing movies, and he's always doing voices for cartoons.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that he's like not getting like he's not like rich. He's not like super rich, but I think he's like well off in it. Like with all the cameos and shit he does, I think he's like actually like set. Maybe not like generational set, but he's set.
Yeah.
So
I guess that I mean,
maybe he just likes doing it for fun. I
maybe.
think I think Danny Trejo knows that a lot of people like him,
Mhm.
and maybe he does it because like he understands that people like just like hearing him or seeing him. And if you think of like the quintessential Mexican, who do you think of?
Yeah.
It's not George
It's not
Lopez.
George
Let me tell
Lopez,
you.
not anymore.
It was never George Lopez to me. If you told me who's the quintessential Mexican in media, I'd say Danny Trejo.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is he's got that big tattoo, right? Like that's the thing that really
Oh
seals
yeah.
it.
I think it's the tattoo, the mustache, and the ponytail.
All of these are good answers. All of these are very solid answers. God, I can't like whenever I see somebody that like has attained that, the first thing that I think of is like, okay, so like I have a house, I have a job, I now have money for the rest of my life. I can't name another thing that I want.
Well, like maybe it's just kind of like the BoJack Horseman effect. Like they're in the limelight for a while and they fucking getting all the serotonin, they're enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
But then after they're off for a while, they're just like, well, no one really cares about me anymore.
Yeah.
And I have all this stuff. And maybe like they are assholes or whatever. Maybe they're like not living their best life. They're depressed. Maybe they just want to keep it going because if they stop, maybe they'll think people will just forget about them.
Maybe. And maybe I don't know, maybe it's okay.
I know that's okay, and it's definitely okay. Like it really is. But like to them, like what else do they have
Yeah.
besides their fortune?
Yeah, I guess whenever like you hit that, you start to wonder like, oh man, is like this is the part of who I am. Without this, I am not this person, and I enjoy being this person. And it makes me wonder. And this is a weird side thing that we're gonna get off on. You know who Belle Delphine is, right?
The TikTok star?
She was a YouTube star, thirst trap. Now she does porn.
Yeah, the one that like did that weird video with the octopus.
Maybe.
Yeah, she did like a video where she bought like a live octopus and she was doing weird stuff with it. Not like sexual, but like just weird stuff with it.
I don't.
The one who took a picture in the tub full of Doritos.
Yes, that one.
All right. Yeah.
And she sold her bathwater, right? Like.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Gamer Girl bathwater.
Yeah. So yes, you are correct about the octopus. So yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, I can remember a time where it was like she was getting so dangerously close to like doing porn on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then she just disappeared from the internet. She just was gone.
She was like a multimillionaire at that point.
And she was gone for like a year.
Yeah.
And then she came back and was like, hey, I do like actual, like, well, she was like, hey, I'm going to start ramping up, being even hotter. And then I'm going to actually start doing like real porn. There's like a countdown to when I'm going to like release my porn. And it's like, great, good for you. But also like, why did you take off that 1 year? Like, it makes me wonder if she was thinking like, I don't know, the heat is on too much. I've got too many weirdos. I'm going to just like fucking take a year off and just chill out.
Yeah, I think I heard her talk about it once. She was like on a podcast or something where she was just like, I just needed a break. And I think that was the thing. Like she needed a break. She had like gained all this money. She was getting all this attention. And I think it's part of what you said. There was like a bunch of weirdos after, so she took a break.
Yeah,
Flew under the radar for a year.
that makes sense. And that's like, I feel like that's like a healthy and good thing to do, which is surprising coming from Belle Delphine. But
Yeah. Well, like, listen, like, she's a surprisingly down to earth person.
mm-hmm.
Um, she's hot, but I don't think she's like hot. I've seen her porn. It's just porn.
Yeah.
I'm not like fucking clamoring at the fence for it.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, she's very attractive, and she knows how to like sort of get to her fans. She's got a good face. She's the one who like popularized the like IRL Ahegao face, which is like good for you.
I hate that face.
I do too. Not a fan.
I don't like it.
But
I don't care what anyone says. Yeah, good for her.
Good for her for doing it. keep that shit away from me.
Yeah, listen. If I could get on stream right now and all I had to do was just sit like with a low cut shirt and look cute and people just fucking be horny for me and pay me to be horny, like I do it.
Yeah, obviously. It's a no-brainer.
If I was like making upwards to like 50 grand a month, and I'm sure it was way more, just from like being on Twitch to a bunch of horny teenagers who are willing to give me their whole life savings. Oh, I'd do it. I wouldn't feel bad about it.
Yeah, I mean, this gets into like the argument of like, how do you feel about taking advantage of people that can't stop themselves, and people that are like, you know, very clearly forming like an unhealthy parasocial relationship, or like gambling addicts with gacha games. Like, if you become aware that you are taking advantage of people, even if you're not doing it on purpose, the fact that you then become aware of it means that you have a choice. And that choice, your choice now is like, do I continue taking advantage of this person, or do I stop?
Well, it depends. Did she start streaming with the intent to take advantage of people? Or
I guess here's the other question. Does it matter? Like,
I don't think it
does it, like, if she started just to be like, I enjoy being hot, I'm glad that people enjoy me being hot, and you pay me for doing so. Good.
What's the difference of her being hot and people paying for her to be hot on stream, rather than like a regular streamer just, I don't know, playing a game or like riding a bike with like thousands of people watching them, paying them? What's the difference?
Nothing. The difference is how much a single person will give a streamer like that, and like detrimentally so. So like, one of the reasons, like Pokimane, who was one of the largest women streamers on Twitch, limited her donations to where you could only donate $5 at a time.
Yeah.
Because what was happening is guys were giving her like $500, like $1,000 per donation. And she was like, this is like, she was already rich. She was like, this is making me uncomfortable because like, I can't, can you stop? And like, I get it. I totally get that. And I think that's like a cool thing to have done. But like, imagine you,
did it.
Like, imagine you're like, you're streaming. Imagine you have, I don't know, it doesn't matter, 10,000 viewers, let's say. You're a big streamer. You make an okay amount of money.
You're gonna make me cry.
Now imagine that somebody comes in. It's like some dude who's just like a username, and he like talks in your Discord every day, and he replies to all of your tweets, and he donates every month. He donates like $6,000. And a couple of times he's made a couple of jokes about like, don't know if I'm going to make rent this month. And you are starting to get the feeling that maybe he means it and that he's not actually rich. Like if you come into evidence that this person is giving you a detrimental amount of money because they are under the impression that like they love you and they're like, well, I don't need anything in return, but you fucking know, Like, what do you do?
I mean, that's 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 shitty. You put me on the spot because like I appreciate what he's giving me. Like, of course I'll tell him like, hey, don't give me all your money. Please pay your rent. Please
Mhm.
do all your stuff. I man, I wouldn't want to like ban him because then he'd probably do something like crazy.
Yeah.
Um, I probably limit. I do like her. I'd limit like donations. Maybe not to like just $5. I'd probably do it like lower. I'd probably be like limits like $50.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, like how long have I been streaming that I got 10K people watching me?
Yeah, I mean, it depends. You could have gotten lucky. You could have like some big streamer could have rated you or something. Like this could
Wouldn't that
just
be
be
nice?
like I let's say I don't know, fucking let's say XQC rated you and was like, this
Oh,
guy's really funny, and then now that's just like overnight. Now you get 10,000 viewers a day.
damn.
Yeah.
Uh, Depends on how long I've had it, I guess. If I've been doing it and it's been a couple of years, yeah, probably. If I was doing it and it's only been a few months, I probably wouldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, you're like you play stupid. Someone's like,
Yeah.
"Hey, this guy seems like he's like really giving you all of his money." He sent me a picture of his dinner, and it was just one craft single, and you like you see the notification pop up, and you go, "Ooh, leave that on red."
Yeah, just I don't want to be that guy. It's just, man, I didn't tell him to give me all that money. I always tell people like, feel free to like give me money or don't give me money. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I'm like just as poor as they are right now.
Yeah,
So if someone was giving me like thousands of dollars, why would I question it?
yeah. It's just like once you become aware that like I don't know. It's not necessarily that you're like taking advantage of them, but you are like that they are doing something unhealthy and you could stop them. Like
Yeah.
it's I don't know. It's irresponsible to not do it.
It's irresponsible to not do it, but like honestly, like if I'm like a new streamer and I hit it big and lucky, it'd be really weird of me to like limit my like donations and stuff, especially right when I got this big amount of people. Like that would be dumb if I did that,
Mm-hmm.
especially if I'm trying to make streaming like a job.
Yeah.
Like that would be really detrimental. But if I'd been doing it for like 5 or so years and I keep noticing that this one guy specifically is leaving me all this, I probably wouldn't call him out for it, but I'd be like, hey, we're limiting donations to X amount of dollars because some people don't understand that they don't have to donate, and I really care about their well-being.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, at some point, you either have to like take responsibility or
Yeah, especially like if you become a bigger content creator,
yeah.
you're doing more stuff like you're streaming, but like streaming has like become like just your more of like your background thing. If you got that many people,
Mm-hmm.
you probably move to creating content like on YouTube and stuff. So you have that. So if you become big on Twitch, you don't just stay on Twitch. You move to another platform as well.
Yeah.
So you have all this revenue coming in from other things, not to mention just like subs in general. So
Mm-hmm.
if you have like your Twitch subs, your revenue from YouTube, your revenue from your streams, AdSense and whatnot, you could definitely lower your Twitch donos to like $50,
Mm-hmm.
and then just have it time out to like be like every like 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, I mean, to me, that sort of makes sense, right? Like that makes sense to me, and that feels like the responsible human thing to do, which again gets me to the thing where like, do you think that George Lopez would do that?
No, God, no.
No, I don't think so either. I think he'd be like, he's making a choice. It's fine. Let's listen to the Lowrider theme again.
Just fucking. Dude, yeah, no, that's George. George Lopez is kind of a greedy person. You never, like, every time you hear about George Lopez, it's nothing nice.
Yeah.
So funny. But, yeah, man. Also, like, there's only a few big Mexican, like, celebrities, comedians especially. Like, you got George Lopez and you got Gilbert Iglesias.
Mm-hmm.
And Carlos Mencia, God forbid you think about Carlos Mencia. But yeah, man, George Lopez. If you're listening to us, I'm a big fan. But also, eat a dick because you're greedy.
Yeah, just like fucking go to bed, dude.
Just stop.
Go to bed, take a nap.
Take a nap. Stop doing shows. You're like, I just saw a picture of you. You look like you didn't age gracefully. You look horrible.
Yeah, hey, how about this? Like, you can look however you want, and you could do another show if you want. Just give all the proceeds to me and Fee.
Yeah, give it all to us.
That's the ethical thing to do.
Exactly. I'd do it.
Mm-hmm. Fee would do it. I'd make him do it.
He'd make me do it. He would. He'd guilt me into it. You would. You'd fucking guilt me into it.
Fucking, like, speaking of things from the fucking early 2000s that may have died and never made a comeback and somebody got greedy. Did you hear the Good Burger is having a sequel?
Yes, I was. That's why I started with my Good Burger quote. But Good Burger 2, when I heard about it, I was very upset. Mm-hmm. I was upset and I was angry because Good Burger didn't need a sequel. Doesn't need a sequel.
It's a great movie.
It's a great movie. It's good, standalone on its own. It's so funny because when you think of skits from, like, say SNL or all that, they never make a good movie.
Yeah.
Think of all the skits from SNL that they made a movie on.
Yep.
How many of them are good? Undercover Brother, Night at the Roxbury.
Yeah.
It's Me, Pat. Fucking Zoolander, I think. Zoolander was good, but I don't think it was a skit.
Wayne's World.
I like Wayne's World.
Yeah. Blues Brothers.
No, Blues Brothers wasn't a skit, was it?
Yeah.
I like Blues Brothers. Blues Brothers 1 was a good movie.
Yeah.
Blues Brothers 2000 was a rancid movie.
Correct.
It's just, sometimes you get good movies and the others, there's not enough to work with to make a movie.
Night at the Roxbury.
I like that movie, but not because it's good.
Yeah. The most recent one was MacGruber.
That's a good movie, but not a good movie. There's a sequel being planned. But then you think of all that. Like, how many memorable skits from that show can you remember? Besides Good Burger.
Pierre Escargot.
Would you like to see a Pierre Escargot movie?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Didn't have to think about it. Pierre Escargot, there was the library lady who would scream at you if you made any noise. There was Repairman Man.
Oh, I love a good Repairman Man.
There was Super Dude who is lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
Bag and Sag and Barry.
The lunch lady that Keenan also played.
Oh yeah, and there was Pizza Face, where it was just a guy with pizza face, and his principal, James Pimpel. It was weird. But yeah, Good Burger was the best thing that they could have chosen, and it made a great movie.
Yeah,
and they did it. They did it super good.
Yeah, you can't there's not, because I'm trying to. You can't make a movie based off of Bag and Sag and Barry. You can't do it. His pants are too big.
I think you could make a movie about Bag and Sag and Barry. I don't think it'd be good though.
God, yeah, it would be. That's Blues Brothers 2000.
Oh, that is this Blue Brother 2000 levels of bad.
God.
But
There's Ask Ashley as well,
ah,
although that been turned into
oh
its own
my
show, yeah.
God, ask Ashley. No, no.
No.
Like, what would the show be? Just her on the bed the whole time getting fan mail?
Well, maybe somebody asks Ashley for some advice, but instead of advice, it's like she's got to solve a mystery. She's got to solve like someone's, I don't know, lost gold. I don't know. I just looked it up because I was like, hey, is Amanda Bynes dead yet? Amanda Bynes is not dead, but she was placed on a psychiatric hold today because they found her roaming the streets naked.
Okay.
Amanda, what happened?
Amanda,
What happened to you?
I loved your show. The Amanda Show. That's where we got Drake and Josh from.
So sad.
It was a good show.
Yeah.
That's where we got Block Blister.
Yeah. That's where we got Block Blister from. Anyway, we're talking about Good Burger 2.
Talking about Good Burger 2.
So, listen, of Blues Brothers 2000, not a great movie. So already with the precedent, it's kind of shit.
Yeah.
I will say Wayne's World 2, though, not bad. Pretty good.
Good movie.
All right. So we've got, at the very least, we've got one sequel to a sketch comedy show based movie that has worked out. So maybe this one will be okay.
All right. Well, here's the barometer. So on a scale of Blues Brothers 2000 to Wayne's World 2. That's the barometer.
Yeah, it's going to be somewhere in there because I guarantee you Good Burger 2 will not be better than Wayne's World 2. I know it won't.
No, it won't. We're gonna have to get like the one of these days we're gonna have to rate sketch comedies and their movies. We're gonna have to get the tier maker. Mm-hmm. And we'll have to do that for stream.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But so me and Colby heard about this, and I was very angry because I was like, why are they doing this? Mm-hmm. This is gonna be like Wayne's World 3. Didn't need to be made, or Wayne's World 3. Bill and Ted 3.
Yep.
Didn't need to be made. What are they gonna do besides rehash the first plot? Mm-hmm. And I don't like that because we already have the one movie. Why do we need another movie doing it with new actors?
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've seen like Keenan. He looks fine, mm-hmm. But like Kel, like he is like holding on to this Good Burger right now because he has nothing else.
The thing is, Kel physically looks pretty fucking similar, dude.
Yeah, he looks really similar. It's just, I don't know. We're gonna give some what we think the movie could be, right?
Yes.
Because one of our friends is raving about this movie, how he's so excited about it. Mm-hmm. And it got me thinking I could be excited if they do what I want and not fuck it up.
All right, Fee. Well then, why don't you tell me what would be a good? I have to say a good burger.
I was gonna say, what would be a good burger?
What would be a good?
Good.
Riddle me this. What would be a good?
All right. So this is what okay. So I have a list of things that I didn't want them to do and what I want them to do.
Okay.
So this is what I don't want them to do.
Okay.
I don't want them to get back into the show. Mm-hmm. I want Ed to be there. I want him to be the supervisor of Good Burger.
Okay.
I want them to I don't want them to get new customers and them start to lose I guess customers because they're not like on social media because they're like way back in the day, right? Mm-hmm. Like they haven't made the jump to social media. I don't want them to have to like oh, we got to compete with all these pop-up stores, like these food trucks that have moved in.
Yeah.
We gotta go viral. So then I don't want to see Ed like flossing. I don't want to see Ed doing TikTok dances,
Hell
making
yeah.
like TikToks.
Hell
I
yeah.
I don't want the movie to be like we're gonna go viral and bring people to Good Burger, so that way we get customers again. And then what'll happen is like the food trucks will get wind of this, and then they'll try to sabotage Good Burger,
Hmm.
like fucking Mondo Burger. I don't want that to happen because that's cringe.
Okay. Fair
I
enough.
I think anything that has to do with being like TikTok viral or as a plot
Hmm.
is a bad movie.
Honestly, I'm right there with you. To center the internet in a movie like that is, especially in something that like is sort of pre-internet, it really makes me feel uncomfortable, and in the way that my skeleton is trying to cringe out of my body.
Exactly. That's what they did for Wreck-It Ralph 2, and I hated it.
Yeah.
But here's what I want to happen. Like, just like I said, we got Good Burger, we got Ed. He's a supervisor now. I want this was a joke beginning I had planned out. Is they're at the takes place a couple years before we're present day, but it's them at the funeral for Abe Vigoda,
Mm-hmm.
who was one of the fry cooks
Mm-hmm.
in the back. He passed away, and so did the supervisor from back then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who I think I forget who played him. I think it was Dan Schneider,
It
who's
was Dan
creepy.
Schneider.
And I don't want him back in the movie because he's a fucking pervert. But I want him to be at a funeral for both of them. I want, and then Ed handed the deed to Good Burger, so now he owns Good Burger. He's a supervisor, but he's at the funeral, and Keenan's there. Him playing his titular character Dexter, and he's like, you know what, man? I've had a lot of fun working here, but I'm on to newer, bigger things. He becomes like an entrepreneur for whatever he makes.
Mm-hmm.
But he's still friends with Ed. Cut to present day, him coming into Good Burger, and Ed's like, yo, what's up, Dexter? Um, we're still doing our thing. We haven't had a lot of customer, and Dexter's like, well, maybe his son is like a little troublemaker and whatnot. Maybe Keenan Thompson's son is like, hey, I want you to work at Good Burger because it's what I did, and
Mm-hmm.
then that's like where the movie starts, like them working at Good Burger. Dexter's back. Maybe he's helping Ed out because they've lost a couple of workers to some of the new taco truck or some of the new food trucks that are popping in around town, and they're encroaching on Good Burger.
Mm-hmm.
So now they have to like brainstorm on what to do with Good Burger, like they did in part one with the good sauce. They got to amp it up. Maybe
Yeah.
they start serving like animal style fries with like the good sauce, or like doing big promotional events. But they're like brainstorming, but the kid's just like, oh, I don't want to be here. Like, oh, this is stupid. But then we go back to the plot where the food truck are like coming in. They're trying to push Good Burger out, and like they're trying to sabotage them.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and yeah, like comedy ensues. Just a lot of
Comedy ensues.
a lot of action set pieces, a lot of like car chases, maybe little espionage. Maybe we get a new old person. Maybe Christopher Walken joins. I think we were talking about Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, we're talking about Willem Dafoe getting up in this.
Yeah, Willem Dafoe is like the new old guy, and he's acting his fucking heart out.
Yeah.
And that's what I want it to be. I want it to just be like a fun, little kind of we fight the bad guy. Maybe there's a food competition. Maybe Good Burger decides that they're gonna open a food truck. That's where the car chase comes in. That's where like them fighting like in a car battle with the other food trucks like in the road. Just stuff like that. Like I just want fun like that. I don't want anything to do with social media. Maybe because when they could do social media, but like maybe the kid instead of like trying to make them do TikTok dances, he drops like TikToks of like Good Burger serving people, and like Ed, not even doing like TikTok trends, just do little TikToks of Ed just fucking around doing Ed shit, and that brings people in because they think it's not real.
Yeah.
Like, him getting in a milkshake or just fucking around with all the customers that come in.
Mm-hmm. He's fucking
Like,
singing his heart out in the back, and they're like, "Man, this dude loves his job."
oh god, yeah. So
Like
that's
the
what
like the popcorn man at the movie theater in Corpus.
oh my god, I it's not okay. I am jealous of him because it's so silly. I went to go see, like, I went to a movie over there, and I saw him doing his thing, and I was like, yeah, we talked, whatever. He complimented my shirt. It was nice. A week later, he's fucking famous,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like,
You son of a bitch!
I was like, you motherfucker. I'm like,
It should have been me.
I'm not gonna say it should have been me. I'm not doing fucking popcorn. He's just passing the time. He's bored. He's just doing his thing. But then he becomes fucking viral.
Yeah.
Gets to go on the goddamn red carpet and shit. And I'm like, son of a bitch.
You're like, hey,
good for him.
Kind of fucked up.
Good for him, but motherfucker, I'm out here grinding my best, my hardest.
I'm out here watching 2 to 3 animes a week at work. No one taking a video of me.
Yeah, no one taking a video of me fucking spinning around in my chair.
Yeah,
Anyway.
people that are coming into the port are like, oh, look at the security guard. He's just fucking he's turning around in his chair and watching Blue Lock. Amazing.
Someone should give this guy a medal.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. But either way, jealousy aside, I'm happy for him. I don't think anything else has come from it besides him being a viral sensation for like a week. But like, too bad he wasn't doing anything else to like promote.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what like I'm interested to see what's going to happen cuz like okay. Let me roll it back. I have an idea for a movie, which is very similar.
Yeah.
I will say. So this, what I'm imagining is there's a few elements that are coming together here. I think the current owner of Good Burger, like you, dies, but he doesn't leave it to Ed.
Ooh.
He instead leaves it to Ed and Dexter.
Ooh,
But
that's good.
Dexter moved away after high school. Dexter like lives in New York City and is like a stockbroker or whatever. And so, and him and Ed haven't talked in a while. And it's like, hey man, this like Good Burger belongs to both of us. And like, in order to claim ownership, you have to like be here for 30 days. And then, whatever. And he's like, Dexter's like, oh, I don't want to do that. And he's like, okay, but like the thing is, you have to come down here to claim ownership and you have to be here for 30 days before like I can take over as like the head,
Yeah.
And so Dexter's like, all right, I'll take a month-long sabbatical from work and I'll come down there just to humor you. And then he starts hanging out at the Good Burger and like he's having a good time with Ed, and he's like, he's just like he's like, oh, this is great.
He's learned to love again.
Yeah, it's like a Christmas movie. He's like, and he's feeling really good about this. And it turns out that like the closer that he gets, the more that he realizes, oh, Good Burger's actually in like kind of a lot of trouble, like financial trouble.
Yeah.
And they argue, right? Him and Ed, he's like, listen, I'm only going to be here for, 30 days just to get this ownership thing done. But like, if you need money to keep going, and I'm a stockbroker, so like, you should just loan me the money that's like here for Good Burger, and then I will put it in the stock market and I will be able to make enough money. That way, like, you'll be able to come back and keep Good Burger going. And the thing is that Dexter fucking loses all the money Like,
Oh my god.
so like they are dirt ass broke, and at the same time, the problem, like, and Ed, by the way, is like, I don't know, I think we should just reinvest it in the business. You know, maybe we should like get some new signage, get some new like get a new location or something. You know,
open a Good Burger too.
yeah. And then like the one element that I want is that because there has to be sort of a villain here, and I feel like the villain is somebody who's taking advantage of Ed, and who's like, hey, you just like, everybody knows how good Burger is, but what if it could be better? And Ed's like, you know what? Maybe you're right. Like, I keep trying to figure out how to make Good Burger better, and Dexter doesn't like any of my ideas, but like, you like my ideas. And you know who it turns out it is?
Willem Dafoe?
No.
Oh.
It's Mr. Beast.
Shut the fuck up!
It's Mr. Beast, and Mr. Beast is turning it into Beast Burger.
Like actual Mr. Beast. Jimmy
Himself. Mr. Beast playing himself in this movie is actually turning it into Mr. Beast Burger. And Ed does not realize what's happening. And Dexter is not paying attention because he's shitting himself because he's lost all of the Good Burger money. So like, it comes to this like this head in the movie where like,
so he's playing like a parody of himself.
Yeah. Where he's like actually trying to take over fast food chains.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
that's good. That's good shit.
Yeah, and then it's like the ending of the movie has to be like that. Dexter realizes, you know what? Ed was right. The money should have stayed here. I fucked up. I've got to come clean. And whatever. And then
Ooh,
like
dude,
Ed. No, go ahead.
I'll say they got to do that 80s thing where it comes to like fucking Mr. Beast has them like not at gunpoint but like has them fucking dead to rights.
Mm-hmm.
But then like someone's recording Mr. Beast's fucking monologue as villainous plan.
Yes.
And then like he's like, well, now that, and they're like, why would you tell us this? And he's like, well, I'm not gonna let y'all go free. I'm gonna kill y'all. But then, like, fucking Dexter was live streaming the whole time.
Yeah. Like, I want Ed to like have his phone leaned up. Maybe Ed has been like taking lessons from Mr. Beast, and he's like, oh, I need to just like start putting out videos and putting out promo stuff. And so like Ed was like gonna do a live stream. And that's whenever Mr. Beast comes in. And the thing is, like, I feel like Dexter and Ed, like, Dexter's like, I got to come clean. Like, I've got all this stuff. I've lost all this money. He's got to come to Ed. And Ed's like, I've got to come clean. Like, I've been working with Mr. Beast, and we're so close to turning this into like Mr. Beast Burger, but I don't want to. And like,
yeah,
you know, Dexter's going to be so mad at me. And then they both like, tell each other the truth. And they're like, hey, Mr. Beast's a fucking asshole. And Mr. Beast comes in and he's like, he does his monologue, right? And the thing is, here's where the fucking good ending shows up. Okay. Dexter just starts putting two and two together, and you see him like in the middle of this monologue, he's like getting kind of wide-eyed, and he's like, okay, I see what's happening. I see the live stream. People are watching this. And then it turns out that what Dexter did is he bought puts. He bought options, stock options. It like basically that means that you were betting that a stock is going to go down, and it turns out that the company that he thought was going to go down was fucking Mr. Beast's fast food empire. And as people see this, the stock price is tanking, and fucking Dexter's making all the money back, baby. He's doubled now. Like, it's double Good Burger's money. They don't need to sell anything. They could cut the ties. There's like the internet is so outraged that like people come and like people are driving over from the live stream like, fuck you, Mr. Beast. Fucking Mr. Beast has to leave and somebody throws a milkshake on him. It's fucking awesome.
Damn, that's so good. That is such a good fucking. That's a good pitch. That's better than mine. That's
I
so
don't know.
good.
Yours is really good because, like, yours makes more sense than mine.
I I mean, I just kind of went with like the basics, what I think it's gonna be. But yours is actually like written like you want it to be good.
Like, I want to win the fucking Oscar for this.
Yeah, no shit. And the best part is like the surprise villain of Mr. Beast
Yeah.
playing an exaggerated parody of himself as a villain.
Yeah.
That's so fucking good. I bet he'd be down to do that. That let's ask him. Fucking
Yeah. Let's
but
send him an email. And Mr. Beast, would you be in this movie?
hey, Mr. Beast, listen to our podcast the last 20 minutes. I promise you'll be entertained. Just make this happen. I honestly I like yours a lot. I like yours a lot just because of the plot twist. It has a lot of good cliches in it too. One that you like would see in like a 90s movie, a throwback.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to go for, is like, if this movie was real and somebody watched it, that they would be like, "Oh wow, okay, this is very nostalgic despite the fact that I've never seen this before."
Yeah, exactly. So that's really good. The movie I pitched was kind of like a very modern day, almost rehash, but like different enough to not be a rehash.
Mhm.
So they're real good ideas. Like I really appreciate that.
Man.
But here's the thing that we did besides having our own pitches for movie. I pitched to Colby we should get our old buddy Chat GPT online
Mhm.
and give us some tips.
Yeah.
So we have two different things. We have two different. We have a script, part of a script, and we have a trailer for what Chat GPT thinks Good Burger 2 would be. So, Colby, which one do you want to read first? You want to read the trailer, or do you want to read the script?
Well, let's go for the trailer first, and then you and I can start doing the script.
Okay. Do you wanna read the trailer, or do you want me to read it?
You read the trailer.
Okay. Let me get this up. All right. Here goes for Good Burger 2 trailer. Let me do this narrator style.
Yeah.
The opening shot of a retro-style diner with neon lights and a sign that reads Good Burger. Narrator. Welcome back to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. The iconic burger joint is about to get even more exciting with the return of some familiar faces and a brand new adventure. Cut to a shot of Cal Mitchell as Ed, the Good Burger employee flipping burgers on the grill. Ed, welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? Cut to a shot of Kenan Thompson as Dexter walking into the diner. Hey Ed, long time no see. Ed, Dexter, you're back. Narrator, the original dynamic duo is back in action.
The original dynamic duo. Go fuck yourself, ChatGPT.
Not Batman and Robin, Dexter and Ed. Cut to a shot of Carmen Electra as Roxanne walking into the diner. Hey boys, I heard you were in some trouble. Dexter, we sure are, Roxanne. We need your help. Narrator, with the help of some old friends and some new allies. Cut to a shot of a group of muscular men and women dressed in all black. Narrator, introducing the Good Burger Action Team. Cut to a shot of explosions and car chases. Narrator, get ready for some high-octane action, epic stunts, and hilarious one-liners. Cut to a shot of Ed and Dexter, covered in burger sauce, running away from a group of villains. Ed, I don't think we're gonna make it, Dexter. Dexter, don't worry, Ed. We've got this one last trick up our sleeve. Cut to a shot of Ed and Dexter standing in front of a giant burger-shaped robot. Ed, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Good Burger 2.0. Narrator, coming to theaters this summer. Get ready for the ultimate burger showdown. Good Burger 2, The Revenge of the Secret Sauce.
Yeah.
Closing shot of Ed and Dexter high-fiving each other as the Good Burger 2.0 robot fires ketchup and mustard at the bad guys.
God.
So good. So good.
I
So fucking
I
good.
love I love that. I love that they introduced the concept of the Good Burger action team. Never come back to them.
They never. Well, see, that's why it's just a trailer.
Yeah.
They hooked you in by saying that there's a Good Burger action team, but you have to go see the movie to see what they're doing in it.
Before
There's also a robot.
Yeah, before you started, but like, you know, you're like, okay, the neons. Oh, great. Carmen Electra is here. Okay. All right. So there's some trouble. Good Burger action team. All right. So maybe there's some, and then they're covered in burger sauce running away from not one, but a group of villains.
Yeah. A group of villains.
Man.
We don't know who they are yet. This is only like a teaser. We don't know who like the real villains are.
Yeah.
We don't know if they're a rival food chain. We don't know anything.
It's crazy that, like, number one, it's crazy that it was able to like come up with all of this and also make Good Burger references.
Oh yeah.
But man, like, I could see this being a really shitty Good Burger 2 sequel.
It's down to the robot, like, especially.
Yeah.
Like,
that's what Dexter's been doing the whole time. He's been building that.
Yeah, in his laboratory.
Fuck you.
Sorry.
Okay. So you also generated a script that we need to read. I did. But
and it's not even of this trailer.
It's not of this trailer. It's of a completely different movie. Yeah. Before we do that, did you know that there already was a Good Burger sequel?
What?
It was a book sequel.
What?
Yeah, it was a sequel. It's called Good Burger 2 Go. And it was published in 1998, based on a story by Dan Schneider.
Okay.
May I redo the plot?
Go ahead.
Good Burger's in trouble again. This time, it's been selling Ed's sauce without a license. The only way to save the secret sauce is to get it approved through a taste test. The problem? The pot of Ed's sauce is empty and only one person knows how to make more. Where's Ed when they need him? Ed's trying to give a customer his 18 cents of change. In Paris. Determined to return the money, Ed is following the man around the world and straight into a kidnapping plot. Luckily, Ed's friend Dexter is also following him. With Ed and Dexter on the case, this adventure is sure to be, well, an adventure.
Oh my god. I don't know what I'd think about that. It sounds awful.
Yeah.
Kinda.
It sounds really awful.
Like, oh no. Even ChatGPT made better stuff than that.
Yeah, this was like, I will say I like the idea that like Ed tries to give this man his change, but he walks out and Ed follows him and then he drives away in a car and Ed's like, wait, and he just runs after the car. And that's the last anyone sees of Ed. Fucking 2 weeks later, they're like, where is Ed? And it cuts to Ed like on a plane and he's like, all right, so I tracked down where his car, like what car he was driving. And I need to give him these 18 cents.
It's a very Ed thing to do, but also, like, I don't know, man. That sounds... I wouldn't say high stakes, because Good Burger 1, there was shark poison.
That's true.
But like, some people almost died in part 1. But, I don't know.
This one's... We got to fly to Paris and return 18 cents.
Yeah, we got to fly to Paris and return 18 cents. It sounds... That's pretty low stakes, but I don't know. It sounds awful. I like our ideas better.
Same. So we're gonna do this script. ChatGPT generated the script, completely different plot. I guess, Fee, will you play Ed?
I will.
All right, here we go.
Gladly.
Title, Good Burger 2, Beyond the Patty.
That's so good.
It is. Fade in. We open on a familiar scene. Good Burger, home of the beloved fast food joint where the burger is king. But something is different. There's a new energy in the air, a sense of excitement and adventure. God, it sounds like they fucking went on Weight Watchers. We pan across the restaurant, taking in the smiling faces of employees and customers alike. Cut to inside the kitchen where we see Ed, played by Kel Mitchell, and Dexter, played by Kenan Thompson. They're both so much older, and I guess they're both still fry cooks here. That's fucked up, honestly.
Well, Ed, I believe.
Yes, Ed, I believe.
Kenan Thompson, I don't know. Maybe
he would be depressed. He would be the most depressed person on earth. They're hard at work. They're grilling patties, frying up fries, and doing what they do best, making the best burgers in town.
And, hey, Dex, did you hear about the new burger joint that just opened across the town?
Dexter, nah, man, what's going on? Or what's the deal?
And I heard they're using some secret ingredient that makes their burgers taste out of this world.
Psh, you think it's shark poison? Again, like the first time? Psh, no way. Nobody can make better burgers than us.
I don't know, man. Maybe we should go check it out.
All right, let's go. But we'll have to make it quick. We got a lot of orders to fill. The two head out of the restaurant and jump into Ed's trusty car, a beat-up old junker that somehow always manages to get them where they go. Didn't they have a burger car?
Yeah, they had a burger car. They had a car with a big burger in the front.
So then
it predates the SpongeBob Burger Mobile.
Hell yeah! So then that's what they're driving. ChatGPT.
Yeah,
that's fucking idiot.
It probably knows, but I guess it couldn't put to words Burger Mobile.
Yeah, yeah. There's no English for Burger Mobile. Makes sense. They speed off toward the new burger joint, eager to see what all the fuss is about. Cut to the new burger joint, a sleek and modern restaurant with all the latest technology. Ed and Dexter walk in, looking in awe at the high-tech kitchen and impressive menu. Wow, this place is really something else. But can they really make a better burger than us?
Only one way to find out.
The duo approach the counter and are greeted by the owner of the new burger joint, a suave and charming man named Max, played by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Oh, this, like, when I read this, I was like, that is such a fucking... it's so weird. I didn't even put that into the chat. It picked The Rock by itself.
Yeah, listen, it knew. It said this movie's got to have some pizzazz. It's got to have some more star power. It picked The Rock, and it was the right choice.
Honestly, I could see The Rock doing this.
Man.
So who's gonna?
I'll do Max.
Okay.
Welcome to Max's Burgers. What can I get for you?
We'll take the best burger, please.
Ah, the Max Burger. Excellent choice. I'll have it out to you in a moment. As Max disappears into the kitchen, Ed and Dexter look around the restaurant, taking in the sights and sounds of the new establishment. But something feels off. There's a tension in the air, and something is not quite right. Suddenly, Max reappears, carrying a tray with 2 burgers on it. He sets it down in front of Ed and Dexter, then steps back with a smirk on his face. Enjoy your meal, gentlemen. And remember, there's always room for improvement. As Ed and Dexter take their first bite, something strange happens. They begin to feel a rush of energy, a sense of power coursing through their veins, but they can't figure out what's happening. The restaurant is rocked by an explosion. Oh, shit.
Fucking burger full of whey protein.
Yeah, Jesus. This is actual crack burger.
Yeah, just crack burger. And then explosions happen.
Yeah, then an explosion happens.
I wonder if it's all in their head from the burger.
Yeah, who fucking knows? Cut to a high-speed chase through the streets of the city. Ed and Dexter are behind the wheel. Together, the both of them behind the one wheel.
It's in the middle of the console, and they both have their hand on each side.
Yeah, it's really... It's like the Jaegers, you know. Pursued by a group of masked villains in sleek black cars, they weave through traffic, narrowly avoiding collisions as they try to shake off their pursuers. Dexter, what the hell's going on? Who are these guys?
I don't know, but they're not getting away with this.
The chase leads them to a remote warehouse on the outskirts. Getting away with what? Getting away with chasing them, I guess? Yeah. You know what? They're not getting away with this. I'm going to lead them into a trap, and we're going to set them on fire and kill them. Whoa, Ed.
I like how Dexter's casually swearing.
Yeah, what the hell's going on? Woo!
Damn!
PG, baby.
Getting a little adult in here.
Yeah. The chase leads them to a remote warehouse on the outskirts of the city. They crash through the doors, guns blazing.
They got their good guns.
Yeah, they've got the good burger. They've got that good sauce in like sauce guns.
They pull out their fucking good glizzies and they start fucking blasting.
Fuck. Ready to take on whoever's behind this nefarious plot. Inside, they find a group of criminals working on some kind of high-tech device. They're clearly startled by the sudden.
And ChatGPT didn't give me any more.
ChatGPT said, "That's it.
To be continued.
You have to be continued.
You have to pay if you want more."
Mm-hmm.
That honestly, that's pretty good so far.
Yeah. And by good, I mean like there's a lot of shit that needs to be filled in.
Yeah, there's like a plot.
Yeah, like a plot. What were the explosions? What did they do to our boys?
Is The Rock behind this?
Yeah, what was in the burger?
What was in the burger? Why won't Ed let them get away with what they're doing?
Yeah. Why is his name Max? The Rock's not named Max.
What if his name was like Max Power?
Ooh.
Good name.
Then they would call him Mr. Power. He would make everyone call him Mr. Power.
Here, would you like a Max Burger and a Power Shake?
Mm.
Ooh, we're going to take it to the max. Ooh, that has to be his
that's got to be it, right? Yeah.
That's it.
And his burgers and shakes and shit are known for like all the crunchy like fitness like weight and fitness guru shit where they're like, this has adaptogens and we serve like bulletproof coffee with butter in it because fucking that does something for you.
Yeah, like I think like his tagline for his restaurant would be like, "Take your hunger to the max," or something like that.
Oh yeah, and the thing is, everybody's like, well, it seems like if you just ate burgers, you wouldn't be very healthy. But look at Max. Max is so fucking ripped, dude.
Exactly. And which makes me think, like, so the title's Good Burger 2 Beyond the Patty, right?
Yeah.
What if this has to do with Beyond Burgers?
Oh, shit. Yeah. He's like, nah, they're all vegan. And everybody's like,
oh, that's the plot. Max is saying he's giving vegan burgers and no one can believe what they're eating is vegan burgers, but secretly they're not.
Yeah, they're not vegan burgers. They're human burgers. They're made of human meat, and this is a rated R movie.
Oh shit. They're made of people. Like fucking casually Dexter's like, you notice that there's not a lot of homeless people around here anymore? Yeah.
You notice that it's really cheap to buy a house these days?
It's just, you see people like at the opening, people getting like funneled to like the back of the kitchen, thrown into a damn grinder.
Jesus.
And wouldn't it be funny? Like, it's okay. So we have The Rock, right? And then at the very end, as he's like monologuing, he grabs his chin, and you're like, "What's he doing?" And he pulls off his mask, and it's the guy from the Mondo Burger.
Oh my god, it's the same guy.
Dressed as The Rock, but this time he's serving up people.
They say, "You son of a bitch." They pull out their guns. He pulls out his gun.
They start shooting at each other. Pulls out the fucking good Glock. Just so good. Oh man, I love when we guest star ChatGPT. It never fails.
Yeah.
But that brings us to the end of the show. I think we talked about everything we wanted to talk about.
Yeah, we're I mean, there's a couple more things, but You know,
No,
it's
they're
fine.
not. They're not important.
They're not important. Just like I was gonna say just like us. We're very important. You should follow us on.
Yeah.
You should
Just
follow.
like the opposite of us. We're very
We're
important.
extremely important. You're so important. You should follow us on twitch.tv, which is where you can catch this podcast live. We do this 1 to 3 times a week. So yeah, come
3 times being the exception.
Yeah, 3 times being the exception, 0 times being the next week. So you can catch us there doing our thing. You can also watch the replay of this stream on our YouTube channel. It comes at the same day the podcast does, which is Wednesdays. The replay in video form comes at around 2, and the audio form comes out on every podcatcher that is available on the entire internet, because I paid someone to do that. And so it comes out on Spotify and iTunes, and I was going to say T-Mobile Sidekick.
T-Mobile Sidekick. If you got one, we're there.
Yeah, we're on it.
SoundCloud. All the just everything. Fucking podcast.
Yeah, Pod USA. We're on there.
We're on everything.
Is that a thing? I don't know.
Don't think about it. It is a thing. We're on everything. We're on every social media platform that you can listen to a podcast on.
Yeah.
We're on YouTube. We're on Twitch. We're on TikTok. We got shorts. We got TikToks.
Yep.
We're doing it all, baby. We're on Twitter. You can follow us there, where we make we send out tweets whenever we're about to go live, so that way you could join us. We plan on doing some more stuff later, than just doing this podcast.
Yeah.
The more people come, the more fun things we could do with everyone.
Yeah.
So please follow, subscribe, heart, bell, sub, tier 1, all that jazz.
Keep going. Tell him, Fee. Tell him.
I'm
Hit him back, Rufio.
You stupid man.
You stupid man. Stupid man.
Stupid man. You're gonna love that. All right, guys. So, we won't be streaming next week because Kobe is going to PAX East.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a very important thing he's doing.
I'm gonna be there. It won't matter. By the time you listen to this, it's over. But but I mean, I'm out there telling you how to make immersive audio for your D&D games. Yeah,
it doesn't matter. I mean, they could look you up and after the fact and find out. I'm sure it'll be somewhere.
Yeah.
But so while you're listening to our stuffs, before you go, what I want you to do is get all your beloved 90s movies that you don't want made sequels of. Mm-hmm. I want you to go find a good burger place that you love going to and set up a TV there in the lobby. Mm-hmm. Try not to bother anyone. Start watching them, having a good time. Until George Lopez swoops in, and him being super greedy, he steals all of them. And he tries to get away. But before he does, I want you to get in your car and go get him. Go get him! And then as you're driving, you'll be like, he won't get away with this. Won't get away with this. And then Ed from Good Burger shows up and says, "We'll get him," guns a-blazing. He's like, "Get in the car." Yeah. And then his guns are out. The thing is, everybody knows that George Lopez can't be taken down by guns. Like, you have to be fucking stupid to try. You have to bring a chancla. You have to. It's the only thing that he's affected by. The only way. I was going to say, fucking Ed's going to be the new John Wick of Nickelodeon. Oh, hell yeah. Ed Wick, we call him. Yeah, listen, we're not clever, okay? Did you know that Ed's last name is Brandon? What? Yeah. Ed Brandon? According to Good Burger 2 Go, his name is Ed Brandon. That's the stupidest thing I ever heard. Ed Brandon Heat. It's all coming together now, baby. I hate this and I hate you. Goodbye. Bye.